Hi guys, back with another reaction video. This time it's another reaction to the audiobook which is called Blackguard, Way of the Askari. And this clip is a preview, the Skewered Squirrel. And in this scene, it's Amadi arrives in the village in a battered carriage, bloodied and disheveled. They're escorted by the Askari. So the Askari, they are the group of warriors that protect the kingdom, and reaches the Skewered Squirrel, and where the innkeeper provides him with food. So with this here, enjoyed watching the clip from before yesterday. So I'm just going to get right into it here. So the preview, the Skewered Squirrel. Here we go.
Blackguard, Way of the Askari.
The Skewered Squirrel. Footsteps and the murmurs of voices could be heard approaching from outside. He should be in here. The heavy wood door opened and Farai entered. An Askari Blackguard stumped in behind him, his gait more like that of a bear than a man. He wore the same blue uniform as his Askari brethren and was a brown-skinned, middle-aged man with a bald head and neatly trimmed beard. His ears and nose were pierced with looped gold rings.
Obama narrating again.
Blue light vanished from his brown eyes into a smoky haze as he entered. He had used a revealing spell. "More," Amadi demanded, holding out his bowl to Abeni. Abeni grabbed the empty bowl to gather more stew. She waved at Farai and Kasim as they walked in, a warm smile spreading across her face. "Hello, Farai, Kasim." Farai waved at Abeni, but Kasim walked right up to Amadi and leaned in close to inspect him. Amadi said nothing but pulled his face lower as he sat silently, staring down at the table. Abeni returned with another bowl of stew, but Kasim signaled her to stop. "It looks like your caravan was attacked by an outcast blackguard," Kasim said. "How'd you survive?" Amadi did not utter a sound as Kasim spoke to him. He didn't move, he didn't acknowledge Kasim. He just ignored Kasim as he waited for the next bowl of stew. He was exhausted from his last battle and wasn't sure if he had enough left in him for this encounter, but he had no choice. The only way to see his father again, the only way to get stronger, was to summon him. "There's been a rise in attacks on travelers. Do you know anything about them?" Kasim asked. But Amadi stared daggers at the table instead of replying. "The problem is, if you refuse to answer any of our questions, your silence may be seen as a confession that you have some part in the outcasts' attacks. We are authorized to place you under arrest and take you
Trying
into
a bit of an
custody.
Indian accent there, is he?
You will be brought before the chieftain of Ragneed, who will interrogate you." Amadi raised his head slightly and peered out of the corner of his eye. In his peripheral, he saw someone else in the room who stood right in between the Askari. The two spearmen jumped up in surprise and pointed their spears at the man who had just arrived. Even the man in the corner got up from his seat and drew a small blade. Kasim slowly turned round and faced the man behind him. The newcomer's glare was like ice as white boko seeped from his hands. "Threatening children? Is that what makes an Askari these days?" he said. A black, disheveled mop of hair sat on his head, matted and wild, like a bird's nest filled with twigs and thorns. Several bone piercings decorated his ears and face. His light brown skin was pale and covered in black ink from several tattoos. He surveyed the room. "Where did you come from?" Kasim asked as Boko flared in a low blue light around his hands. "Oh, I've been here the whole time. I heard you threaten my son, Askari. Let me confess. I killed that caravan of travelers and drove their bloody carriage onwards while my son rode in the back. And
You wouldn't call the
threatening
travellers
my son,
gypsies, would
you
they?
and your friends have sentenced yourself to death. Well, don't worry. I will make your death my art. And who are you?" White, dead eyes peered from under heavy eyebrows as he answered Kasim's question. "I am Akachi, the Damned."
Woo, very dramatic. Wow,
Blackguard, Way of the Askari.
caught me off guard a little there. There we go though. Way of the Askari, the Skewered Squirrel, and yeah, pretty good. I mean, a little bit different from the scene before with the wild boar ambush. It was more the wild that had the music building up. This bit, I like the visual. The visual was nice there to go along with the the audiobook. So that's, you know, Amadi, a different like type character to the, you know, the with Rue and Uzma. But no, very, very good. Was very impressed by that. The voice narrator again, really impressed by him. I joke and say it sounds like Barack Obama. Sound a little bit different, like almost like kind of like an Indian Asian accent. You know, correct me if I'm wrong on that, people, but no, very expressive with that. I like the narrating. Sometimes it can be so bland and monotonous when you listen to audiobooks, but I like that though with this telling the story in different voices. That was good though. No, overall, I maybe have to listen to some more of these scenes in the audiobooks to get more of an idea with the story. As I say, this is not usually my type of, you know, books, things I'm into. But for this though, yeah, it's pretty good though, and I'm pretty impressed with the job that Mr. Cobb's done with the book, and hats off to you, man. But overall, 2 thumbs up for me on this with the Skewered Squirrel. I liked it. But that's me for now, guys. So feel free to like, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, let me know what your thoughts was on this, the Skewered Squirrel, and give me if there's anything you want me to react to, just leave it. If it's anything, any video, any music, anything like that, let me know, and I'll see what maybe I can do for you. But that's me for now, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye.